Uh, Hi there, YouTube community. It's the first time I have come to YouTube to upload a video like this. Previously, I have made videos, but not of myself. Rather, they were about things like pro wrestling or uh, related to sports entertainment. This is the first time I'm coming live myself, uploading my own or going live to share my own self, my own life with any folks who may be listening or who might listen. It's not that uh, I want the video to go to everyone. It's just um, I know what you would say, venting out all the hardships that occur in life after a certain period of your age. You get hardships, a lot of hardships. I'm not talking about physical hardships. Of course, there are people who are physically handicapped and have uh, physical limitations. There are many people like that, uh, but it's another thing when you suffer because of your mental health, and people who looks at you, they would think that, oh, he's so well off, he's so good. He's doing so good. Wish we were in his place. That's what people think when they see me usually. But I guarantee it, if they were in my shoes, they would regret it. They would regret it because being me is not something everyone would be able to take. Because even even going through all of the things that I have gone through in my life in the uh, last 30 years, those things have been uh, what I would say, not just just the daily troubles that one experiences in their life, but also psychological troubles, like in the form of disorders, what they call it. Psychiatrists would call it disorders. Philosophers or some people that believe in conspiracy theories, etc. They would call it enlightenment, or they would call it kundalini. A lot of things. It depends. Subjective. Even for the diseases, for the psychological diseases, would it be called diseases because it's psychological disorders? Yeah. Even though they are seen by doctors as psychological disorders, or the fraternity that is more educated, they see it as they see a lot of these things as disorders. A person have if they have like OCD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, but to some people it is not. When when you go deep down the rabbit hole, you find out that maybe you were not uh, a patient at all. Maybe you were just being used for a purpose. A lot of us, maybe uh, uh, every one of us in this universe has a purpose. Certainly, cert- they certainly do. Even if it's a child, it's an adult, they all have a purpose. They just don't know it. You just play it out without your control. Some things are not in your control. You just act like someone else has your remote, and you're you're being remote controlled, and the way you talk, you react, you act, you take any actions. It's like a simulation. So when I was growing up, I lost my dad a few days before my eighth birthday. Uh, at that time, I wasn't able to process it like something like a loss. I I was just thinking maybe out of less exposure to things like that. I had not seen such. I had not seen anyone that close to me die like my dad. So after he passed away for months, maybe for years, I kept waiting for him. Like maybe he would come someday back to me, or maybe he will take me with him. That's how I observed, because I, even though I had seen his body lying when they had my home, but I did not go to the place where cremation takes place, and I did not see my dad burn being cremated. I did not see that because I did not go with the family members to the graveyard, or but in Sikhism and Hinduism we do cremation rather than a burial. So at that place I did not go, and so I thought maybe dad was sick and he was asleep, and one day he would come back to me. He never did, and as I grew up, I started experiencing life more closely as a watcher. Uh, I thought I always used to think things like, "What is my purpose here? What am I doing? How did I come here?" And these things kept me scared. Yeah, they made me scared. And I remember I would choke on food, choke on water, just out of sheer fe- fear. I was so fearful at certain circumstances, certain interactions with people, that I feared. I feared being judged. I feared that I might someday become old, get old. I was getting older. In when my ninth birthday or 10th birthday, that was around the time when I realized Dad was not never coming back. He's gone to a place where they don't come from. So That is when I realized it, that dad will not would not come back. And I have always been close to my family. My mother, my brother, even though I had a lot of lots of fights with my brother, like the siblings have, but still, then in my school, in my class, I was a quiet kid. Like everyone would say, teachers would say, he's a nice boy, just not that good at studies. He needs to study more. He needs to do better. Uh, no one really took me as someone that would challenge that could challenge anyone in terms of any aspect of life. My relatives looked at me like some, like he doesn't have uh, uh, anyone's back. Who who would be able, who would be able to save him if we do anything to him? Him means I'm implying for myself that that's the way my relatives and people around thought, that this guy, what would he do? He doesn't have a dad. He doesn't have a backbone. So they treated me a bit like we are the boss. You are nothing. This is at school. This is the thing. This is my experience at school, also not just with my relatives, but at my school. Uh, I was bullied. Yeah, I was bullied at school, and then this went on for years. Each class, as I went from class fourth, class fifth, class sixth, then I did my plus two. Uh, in plus one means that is class 11th. So that is when you have to choose which field you're going to go. I was sort of an artist. Always I like drawing, painting. So I chose arts. There again, the teacher, that was my arts teacher, she encouraged me to do good. She told me that I can be a good painter, a good uh, what would you call it, penciler, or for cartoons or things like that. She uh, that's the way it was until my school, and then after plus two, I went to college for a degree in bachelor's degree in computers, BCA it is called. So this is until my school life. The later part or the next part, that is from my college. It starts from, I will discuss that in the next part of the next video. So until now, I think it is getting longer. I would just keep it at that, and discuss my college life further in our next video. So thank you if listens, anyone is listening, or anyone has listened to me. Thank you so much. Because um, first time I'm sharing these things that I have not even shared with many of my friends or family members too. Uh, Bye. Take care, everyone.